Kaixo, Lance.
Good morning. How are you?
Tira, zure ustez, zergatik da hain berezia Frantziako Tourra?
Globally, it's obviously the biggest cycling race in the world, but certainly in Europe and even in France, it's a historical monument.
Eta Euskal zalegoa nolakoa da?
The Basque fans were so passionate about their team, and we knew, that if we were in the Alps, we knew what the fans were going to be like. If we were in the Pyrenees, we knew that all we would see is orange, and that the fans with their flags and really, really passionate about their team. And the team, not just the Euskal team, but also the other Basque riders, Olano, for example, were great rivals. And so, but I was always jealous when I saw those fans. I said, that's amazing to have fans like this. They drive forever, they camp overnight, they're all in the same color, they all have the flag. But they were all, many, many times, other parts of the country, the fans were passionate but not respectful. The Basque fans were passionate but respectful.
Lance, eta Euskal Herriari buruzuk zer dakizu?
So my first professional race was in San Sebastian, was the Classical San Sebastian. And it was 1 week after the Olympic Games in 1992. I got last place. Last. Nobody behind me. So that is a memory I will never forget. But I always loved going there. I loved the food. I loved the people. Obviously, the terrain. The terrain is very, very difficult. The weather's unpredictable. The terrain is always hard. And so for that, I like that style of racing. It's if I always ask myself, if you had the chance to go back and visit, so not race, but just to visit, right? If you could visit San Sebastian, if you could visit Bilbao, would you like to do that? And if I ask myself the question about this region of Spain, the answer is absolutely. Absolutely. I have wonderful memories.
Eta asko eskatzea espada. Euskeraz zerbait esaten asmatuko zenuke?
I know ondo. Ondo. That means good, right? What does ondo mean? Ondo. And just being around the riders, they're very proud of that language. And it probably comes to their advantage because you have no chance of understanding. If Spanish riders were speaking in Spanish, I could understand them. French riders in French, I can understand them. Italians in Italian, I can understand them. The Basque, no understanding.
Bueno, eta hemen, gure herriko gazteak, zuri begira daude. Zer esango zenieke?
I think it was a pleasure racing in that part of the world. It was a pleasure racing against your athletes. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Joseba Beloki, who was a very, very important person in my career, and had as you all know, a very terrible accident that I was right there to see and to witness. But he was always, I think, between Beloki and Zubeldia. And Zubeldia was my rival, but then Zubeldia became my teammate at Radio Shack. So Zubeldia, I have just incredible memories. He was a wonderful teammate, worked hard, very, very loyal. And Beloki was a true champion and just had a terrible, terrible accident.